Hello, welcome to episode 14 of the Bottoms Up podcast. I am your host, Taylor, and my last name will continue to remain a mystery on this platform. I'm coming to you today with an experience that I had over the last weekend. Well, not necessarily an experience, but okay, I was gonna try to make this like NPR coded, but I can't do it. Like I can't take myself seriously. Anyways, Tere and I went and did a thrift flip, and it was a lot of fun. I originally was putting this episode together to potentially be a bonus episode, but the way that it worked out, I need to make it a regular episode, which means that I actually have to make it useful for my audio listeners, which means I am sitting here recording a voiceover / talking head that's going to be like paired in with a vlog or something. I don't know. Announcements. I've added the January 2024 highlight on Instagram. So if you're looking for some events to do in January, you should totally check that out. I also was able to get a Google Calendar up that you don't have to subscribe to. It's right now linked in my link tree, but that at least like lets you guys see the entire month. And then if you want to go back to like previous months and see like past events that have happened or find like past organizers or something like that, you can also do that. I'm doing my best to keep it like updated, so just bear with me. Also, if it looks like I'm a little bit distracted right now, it's because I have a pot on my stove right over there that is cooking my dinner for tonight, and it is a big thing of corn and black beans, and I do not want it to burn. So, bear with me. This episode was actually a lot of fun to put together. I actually had this idea originally when I was doing my first episode with Tere, but just scheduling wise, like it wasn't quite working out. I really wanted to do a video or an interview where they teach me how to shoot film, I teach them how to shoot on my DSLR, and I thought that would be like super cute. So we tabled it after the first interview. Again, kept in touch. She's literally like, that's my girl. And then finally we were able to set down a date to go ahead and do this thrift flip. So I am really excited to share this with you guys. I'm really excited to share the photos with you guys as well. This was a huge confidence boost for me. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. Okay, sorry for any background noise. They are literally building the ugliest little apartment building 2 houses down from me. So yeah, we're just gonna have to roll with it. But today, this is going to be another one of those, like, is it for YouTube? Is it for podcast? You just gotta try to listen in and see. We're gonna figure it out. Today I am meeting up with Tere. We are gonna go do a little thrifted photo shoot moment. So I've been waiting for this for like so long. I am super excited. I guess I can do like a quick little outfit of the day before I go. This is like a I need to do laundry outfit, I'm not gonna lie. Also, it is currently 63 degrees in Florida, so I'm not like, this is not what I moved here for. So I don't really have a lot of long sleeve shirts, but I do have this NASA shirt that I thrifted probably like a year ago or so at a Goodwill out in like Pembroke Pines, I think. That one was a good one. I really liked that one. And then I have these jeans that I had to get while I was at work one day. I got these from Ross. They are dark wash. I actually bled through my pants that day, so I had to like scurry out of the office and go get something new. And then, as usual, I got my Chucks from either Ross or Burlington. I can't remember now. These things do not get a day off, to be quite honest. I think they're going to unionize at this point. And then on my neck, Cuban links as usual from Neck on the Line. And then, I'm not going to lie, I feel like because I got the braids and because I've got the slut strands going, I just feel like I don't need earrings anymore.
anymore. And also, I'm like more or less like barefaced. I usually put on like a little highlighter or something, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm not feeling 100% today. So I'm just gonna go hang out with Tere, because they always make me feel better. So yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm already running late, so I'm gonna get going. Oh wait, no, I had to do my horoscope. Hold on. Bada bing, bada boom. Co-star. What do you have to say to me today? Good afternoon, Taylor. It is Saturday, December 30th. Today at a glance. Investigate your relationship to common sense. Are you looking for intensity? Today the voice in your head is on a tear. You second guess your decisions, repress your own valid needs, and dwell on the worst case scenario. Do what is needed for the situation you are in, not the situation you wish you were in. Not the one that is fair, not the one that is more comfortable. You already know the objectivity that comes with distance, and that's a start. Do the ocean, used books, naps. Don't retreating, apathy, hoarding. Okay, if I dwell on this too long, I'm gonna start crying, and I can't afford waterproof mascara, so we cannot take that risk. Like I said, I'm already late, so I'm going to head out. Let's pray that I make it through the day, and let's also pray that my car is not leaking coolant.
First thing we actually did that day was we went to I guess like a thought circle. I don't know how you would describe it. It was like a conscious conversations. I think that's what it was called. So that's how we started out our day, with just this like deep, emotional, introspective little situation. And I think it was actually like a great way to kind of kick things off. What it did do, though, is that we had initially intended to shoot everything during golden hour, but because we were stayed at this other event for so long, we ended up having to do everything in the night, which I feel like added a whole other layer of excitement, and I really kind of ended up liking it a lot. The first place that we ended up thrifting at is called Wilton Collective, I believe. This is a really, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't even want to say cute, because that feels very much like I'm undermining them, but it wasn't just cute. It was super cool. I guess you could call it, it's like vintage. I think it's a little bit of consignment, a little bit of just regular thrift stuff. The prices vary wildly, and then they also have a little bit of stock as well. So they have clothing, they have furniture, they had jewelry, accessories, home decor, portraits, pictures, things like that. Anything that you could think of, they had it, and it was all very high quality items. There was literally a Versace shirt just in the store. So they're also having a sale where anything, there are certain items that were 50% off, which your girl loves a sale. My mama told me, right? I go into every store and I go straight to the clearance rack. I know what I'm about. We did a little look-see around. Honestly, went straight to the clearance rack. I'm not gonna lie. But everything was actually very reasonably priced. So if it was, if it's on the clearance rack, if it's a lower tier item, of course it was going to be, under $10 easily. But then the more higher end items, or the things that weren't as worn, were obviously a little bit more expensive. So it was nice to see a store that kind of had that very broad, price range, I guess, because I feel like they can really cater to a very large group of people that way. So I highly, highly recommend this thrift store. If you're in Wilton Manors, it was phenomenal.
What is your thrift strategy?
Right, I was just about to ask you this. What do we look for when we peruse the aisles?
I am color and patterns. That's
okay.
Just kind of where I am in my life right now. So
Love
I
it.
see this and I'm like, oh my god,
adorable.
I love pink. I see these and I'm like, oh my god.
For the workplace, super cute.
I like eclectic stuff.
Me too.
I do love things like lace. I also really love things like lace.
Very cute.
Not that kind of
These are cute. Also,
okay, what about you?
I I feel the same.
Mm-hmm.
I like colored patterns. I like golds, you know what I'm saying? I like warm colors, reds, yellows, stuff like that. I'm really liking, like, I used to dress very fucking promiscuous. Like, I was very, like, booty shorts and, like, crop tops, you know what I'm saying? Just the air out
Little
the
body,
world.
little body.
You know what I'm saying? Little body, whatever. But now I feel like I'm getting a little more, like, not conservative, but, like, jeans, short top, or, like, big shirt, shorts, you know what I'm saying? So kind of, like, mixing the two.
I mean, you did say that mass daddy is coming back.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Okay, show me. I need to see you. I need to see you in action. Show me what you got. Oh my god. Oh, those skirts.
Like, okay, if this was like a pair of like shorts, high-waisted shorts, would pair this with like a wife beater top, like a tank top, and then like a cool jacket. You know what I'm saying?
Those
Maybe some of those.
I kind of want to cut that up like a little bit.
Come on now, make her a little
looking at it.
shlooey. You know what I'm saying? See, like she's cute.
Oh wait. Work. Hold on to that.
I would pair this with some slacks. You know what I'm saying? Definitely cute. I'm in my like sweater.
Wait, hold on. What's this? That's just like a button down. Like a normal button down.
Ooh, she's cute.
Wait.
See, this was some like heels or something.
Wait, what about what's this yellow thingy?
This one right here. This one right here.
Yeah, what's happening there?
Let's investigate. Okay, she's
Ooh,
cute. Sheer.
Wait.
Patterns.
Yes, I'm loving this.
Eyelet.
Okay.
Cute.
I tried to be relatively conservative in this store because I knew that I really wanted to go to Out of the Closet next. So that's where we ended up going. These were actually the only two places that we went, was Wilton Collective and Out of the Closet. But there are other like thrift stores in the general like Wilton Manors, Oakland Park area. Obviously, it's gay. Of course, it's gonna be thrift stores. So we went to Out of the Closet next. And Out of the Closet, again, is always very reasonably priced. It's probably one of the cheapest thrift stores I have ever been to. And, you know, I do Goodwill, you know, I do Value Village. I've done a couple different consignment shops, like up in Maryland and up in DC. But Out of the Closet, hands down, most affordable, like no questions asked. So we did a lot of perusing, especially within, I think we ended up looking at the $1 rack as well, but there wasn't much on there. And they do like little like cycles with the tags where certain ones will be a certain percentage off and all that. Again, when I thrift, I am looking for patterns. I'm looking for colors. I'm a very colorful, pattern-oriented person. Obviously, you know, I've spoken about this before. That's really where I find comfort in my self-expression. So that's really, you know, those are the items that I lean towards when I am thrifting. Sometimes I'll need something very specific, like if I want, you know, a new pair of jeans, I'll look for that, or I want a blazer, I'll look for that. But typically, if I'm just perusing with no particular goal in mind, I just look for colors and patterns and things that catch my eye, things that look pretty. That's fine. Okay.
That's so pretty. The middle's right here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make it work?
Girl.
Can I make it work? No. Because, like,
It's a lot, and then you would have to take like this part, because it's just too wide, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's tagged as like an XL. So
Yeah. That's so cute though.
okay.
Okay, with the crop tops. That purple one is super cute.
You know, I told myself that I need to stop buying crop tops. All I have is crop tops.
All right. We live in a crop top state. What you want?
what's another... Wait, are you still recording?
Yes.
What's another name? What's another name for a short mask?
A crop top? I hate you.
Out of the Closet was great. Found a couple of interesting items. And that's where I also introduced a challenge to us for, you know, this whole thrift flip thing, where I said that I wanted us to each pick an item that the other one, like that we knew the other person would absolutely hate, and then we had to style it. Today you did me dirty here with that jersey that is like staring at me from my closet right now. I got off easy because I didn't end up styling it because we didn't have time, because I think like we were at this for like 6 hours. It was a long night between shopping and getting some food and getting the film and taking all the photos. It was a really very long day. After we got all of our things from out of the closet, we went back to CVS where I'd parked my car, and we did a little, haul. And then we picked out the first outfit, which, by the way, we were not trying to match with the first outfit. Like, that's just how it ended up happening. And then we were trying to find like a good place to change, but CVS, I think you have to like ask the cashier for like the code to the bathroom. So then I was like, okay, let's just go to Publix across the street. So we went to Publix across the street. It was such a weird experience. This is also like, if I was watching this or if I saw like, the excerpts, or if I saw like the reels that I know I'm going to post about this, if I was just an outsider, a couple years ago, and I like saw that, I would feel such FOMO. And even like when we were in the middle of it, I was just, that feeling was like in the back of my mind. Like that thought was in the back of my mind, like knowing that there was a version of me that almost felt like this wasn't attainable, or almost felt like these are just things that I was going to be left out of, that my life would never overlap, with this type of experience. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody relates to that. Like I've mentioned before, I've been on a pretty hard learning curve when it comes to my mental health and my mental wellness as of late. So it's just kind of interesting to think back to, some of my thought patterns and some of my experiences prior to this evolution, and kind of compare it to the way that I deal with different situations now. It's been very eye-opening. I highly recommend, if you haven't done any introspection lately, you should definitely do some. Also, my beans are burning. Okay. So, we did our little haul, and then we went ahead and changed into the first outfit. And then the first thing that we did is I did the DSLR photos of Tere. And I'm also super self-conscious when it comes to shooting people. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because I don't have a whole lot of experience, and like I'll look at somebody and I'll think a certain way about them, or like I'll see them, like my eye sees a person in a certain way, and I feel like I always have trouble translating that over to the camera, where I'm like, why is the camera not seeing this exactly the way that my eye is seeing this? I've gotten used to it when it comes to, I figured it out with the wildlife photography. I figured it out with like the equine photography, and I think I just need more time like shooting people, but it almost feels like a little bit more, I guess, personal, or like a little bit more consequential. Because if I look at somebody and I see, wow, like you're so beautiful, and I'm seeing all these different like angles and details in your face and your body, and I can't capture that on the camera, I get super frustrated. And I have no patience. And then on top of that, because we were shooting at night, like that's always been one of my weak spots. I hate shooting with my flash. I like natural light. So that was also kind of like, I don't even want to say fun, because I don't think that part was not fun for me, but I think it was a good learning experience for me, and it helped me get like a little bit more comfortable with some of my camera's different settings that I don't typically use that much. Okay, so I just did some shots of today, and I kind of explained like all like the different settings that you use for a DSLR. So we're gonna do some shots of me, but are you feeling it? Are you feeling good?
It's pretty cool.
Okay.
I can dig it.
Oh, do you know how to see the preview?
It's the lighting on your cheekbones for me, bitch.
Oh, it's coming out nice.
Okay.
Oh, let me show you to adjust shutter and all that.
Right.
Also, I have a Canon
Rebel T5. So that's what we're operating on. I'm fully Canon. I don't do Nikon.
Beautiful machinery.
So
we're Team Minolta over here.
Look at that.
Okay.
So for shutter, you just use this.
Okay.
Like to go slower shutter speed, you go to the left, and then higher shutter speed to the right. So you're at 1/40 right now.
Okay.
And then your f-stop, I wouldn't even change that because I just have that set to like blur the background and like be better for the aperture.
Okay.
If you feel like the shot is like a little bit too light or dark, hit this little Q.
Okay.
And then that'll help you. You can get into like other settings.
I don't want to mess up your setting because it looks good the way that they're coming out.
I want you to have like creative freedom, like for sure.
Also, I mean, let me know. These are obviously just test shots.
Wait, hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Look
Cheekbones!
at this! Look at this! There you go.
Hello.
There you go.
Hello.
Okay, all right. I think you're ready. Oh, that's the other horse.
I showed today a little bit of how to use it, and I did a couple photos of them. We did two different areas. So we tried it first by trying to use like somebody's headlights in the parking lot. And then I wasn't really liking the way that the color was coming out. It was very washed out. So then we ended up going over to like the back of the CVS. And that's when I just kind of, committed and just let the flash do its thing. And then those photos were coming out a little bit better. So I was okay with those ones. So after I did tere with the DSLR, we switched. I gave them the camera, and I was like, "Oh, I'll be your model. I'll be your muse." I am also. I didn't really think about this before I started, like before we started this little photo shoot. But by chance, I am currently, I guess, like a model in training, a burgeoning model with Yellow House Dreams. This is a production company run by Anita Will and Zet Simone. I just joined like very recently, within the last couple of weeks. I went to an event with the intention of networking, but the creative juices were just flowing, and I'm gonna be honest, like being in that space with other creatives is exactly the kind of situation that I've been trying to set up for myself, like for the past couple of years. I felt super motivated. I felt super inspired. There was just a lot of good energy in the room. So I'm really excited for, this opportunity. I joined them as a creative director, and then, as I said, as like a model in training. So this experience with tere, and to that point, tere is also very experienced with shooting people. Like that is what they do. It's people on film. So we were getting into it. I think it was a really good way for me to continue to explore this idea of like being a model and of taking direction and of like posing and things like that. Because I don't know if y'all can tell, whenever I do my little get ready with me's, I love my outfits, but I am so awkward and I'm like a little bit uncomfortable. And again, I love sharing my fashion and my sense of style, because that's something that taps into that creativity, and that's something, it's an expression like of myself, an expression of like the things that I'm interested in. But yeah, I am so awkward in front of a camera. Like this is okay, I can do this, but I gotta take the boots and like show them in front of the screen and all that kind of stuff is just like really weird to me. I don't know. But so this photo shoot really was great for me to kind of practice, now that I've gone on that whole tangent, the photo shoot was a really good way for me to practice posing, and again, practice like taking direction, and being able to be the muse and like work with the photographer and like make the vision come true. And again, it was a joint vision where like, we both had ideas of what we wanted the final product to look like. So, it was, again, very nice to be with somebody who we just kind of mesh creatively. And I was really able to explore a lot, through this little challenge. So after we did that, after we did all the digital shots, then we switched over to the film, which was scary for me. Okay, so fits number two. Oh, come on now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Body.
Okay. So I kept on these pants because I want this to be very like upper body focused. But this is this brown top from, I think this is from Out of the Closet, right?
Yes.
Brown like corset top from Out of the Closet. I've got the bag. Cross body moment.
Love her.
Bag.
Cute.
Okay, you come on now. Come on.
All right, so we got the green fit. You know what I'm saying? It's giving kind of mask. It's giving like fashionable mask. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We got the baggy olives. We got the high tops.
Yeah.
Rocking the high tops. We got the scarf. Because his hair is not today. All right, y'all. So we are shooting with film, and okay, so we're gonna go over it, right? So the ISO of the film that we have currently is 800. I usually shoot 160 ISO because that's like the grain is a lot tighter and it looks like closer to like digital. And it gives like a really beautiful, like, you know, when the hair is blowing in the wind and it kind of just like catches the details, like, you know, the flap is blowing in the wind and it just like time stands still, you know, it looks really good, the flap, you know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be a bit, it's not gonna be grainy, but it's gonna be a bit thicker in like image production, you know what I'm saying? So for anyone who shoots film out there, Sunny 16 is like the aperture kind of light you stay at. So right now we are at 16. So this is what we would be shooting in night, like natural daylight. It is a bit darker, so we're gonna just adjust right now.
Like, so can you see like the shot more or less, like when you look through, or like how does it, like, can you see the color and everything, or no?
You
this
can
is heavy.
Yeah,
Oh,
film
wow.
cameras are heavy as fuck, very bulky. So like if you like try like right here, you can see the shot, but it's like extremely underexposed.
Yeah.
These are not forgiving with light, so like I highly recommend if you're shooting with an SLR, especially one like this, a Minolta, Canon, Sona, whatever, you get a flash, you get an external flash. And then basically, so this is your shutter speed. So I usually have it on, you can usually match it to your ISO. That's what kind of usually happens. So if I'm shooting 160, I keep it at, you know, 250, 100. And that kind of accounts for movement, whatever. But if you want an absolute still shot, you go to 1,000. If you're gonna be shooting movement, you shoot the 60 right here, which is highlighted in red. And then also if you're shooting flash, it'll give you the option to do bulb, which like basically auto adjusts for a film camera, will auto adjust for the flash. And then this is gonna be your focus right here, also pretty hefty. What's cool about these is you can interchange the lenses like you can do with DSLRs.
Seriously. Nice.
But yeah. All right, so we about to do it.
Okay. You do it. Okay.
Film is like, once you've taken the shot, you've taken the shot, you know? And that's the part of it that scared me. And then on top of it, again, I'm just so in my head about like wanting to create like the perfect shot of people, or like wanting to make the camera see exactly what my eye sees. And like I'm so new with film that I just didn't, you know, I didn't feel comfortable per se. And I was afraid of taking shots because you also only have like a limited number of shots. Like you just kind of have to commit to it. So that aspect of things definitely added to, you know, my anxiety over this whole thing. I actually haven't even seen the film photos as of yet. So I'm hoping that they turned out good. I'm like really, really hoping. So today I did a couple of I just wanted, you know, these like detailed shots with this like brown corset that I had, and then they let me borrow some of their necklaces, and then I just like layered everything. So I was really excited for how those ones are gonna look. And then so today is tatted. I don't know if you all could see it in that last interview that we did, but today is tatted. They have like a huge underbust tattoo, and we both did looks that were centered around doing a button down that was buttoned all the way at the top but then opened down. So I really liked the vision of getting the tattoo and the shirt, like all of that together. Again, that was one of the ones I did on film, and I'm really hoping that it came out nice. I'm like excited to see it, but I'm also like really scared to see it, because like I want to see it, but if it's bad, then I don't want to see it. I don't like doing things that I'm not good at. It makes me very self-conscious. So we did all of that, and this is all still in the CVS parking lot. At some point I did move my car so that we could use my headlights for actual lighting. That was one of the things that they mentioned, like with film, is that you kind of need, like you need light. And at the moment they don't have their flash for the film camera. So we had to improvise. But again, like I think that kind of adds to this kind of like, you know, creative aspect. It adds to this problem solving aspect where like the whole thing is like, you know, this whole production that feels very much like us, and it feels, you know, very scrappy, and like it feels very thrifty. And I don't know, I liked that part of it. I really did. And then we wrapped up with those looks, and then it was starting to get really late, and today had this one outfit that they really wanted me to do. It was it's the white button down with the that skirt that's like a camel colored skirt. I don't know, but it's like a midi skirt. They wanted me to do that outfit, and there's a park that is down the street. It's in Wilton Manors. It's like a little bit down the street from Out of the Closet. And I was like, oh, it's a tennis court. I think this will be like a really good setup, because I had like the white shirt, I had on my white Converse, my white socks. Something about it just kind of felt like very, you know, right. And I felt like it would, like the white in the outfit would pair really well with like the fluorescent light in the tennis court, and then with the white lines. It was just, in my head, it was making sense. So Ted, I picked the outfit, I picked the location, and when I tell you, those photos came out so good. So good. And like, here's another tangent. Okay, this is something that I've actually edited out of another episode before, but I think it's worthwhile to touch on. So when I was younger, I remember my dad was watching like something on some sitcom on TV, and I overheard it, and one of the characters described a woman as a butterface. And that was like a new term to me as a child. I think I was under the age of 10 when I heard this. I was maybe like 6 or 7. And then he goes on to explain what a butterface is. And it's a way to describe a woman who, or I guess anybody who is attractive, except not in their face. So you could say something like, she's cute, butterface. And so that's where the term butterface comes from. And I remember hearing this as a child, you know, a kid that, I don't know why, but I was born with very, very, very low self-esteem, very, very low self-worth. It's one of the things that I've been, you know, working on diligently over the past, you know, several years at this point, if not my entire life. But I heard that as a kid, and I was like, oh, that sounds like me. And again, like looking back, you know, I don't feel that way now, but I don't know. I don't know exactly, you know, where I was going with that. I think I've just gone through this like lifelong journey of quite literally just like hating myself, hating the way that I think, hating the way that I act, hating the way that I look, the way that my face looks, the way that my body looks. I think I spent maybe like 2 years, the last 2 years of high school, like I didn't even really look in the mirror when I was getting ready in the morning, because I just didn't want to see myself. I was just so upset with the way that I looked. And then at some point I was like, oh, my face is okay, but my body isn't okay. And then college, and I gained like 20 pounds, and I was like, well, this isn't good. So then I was like, I got into working out. I was in the gym, and I really liked weightlifting and everything, but I told myself that starving myself would be a better option than, you know, just taking care of myself. I probably would have lost that weight anyways if I just, you know, stayed consistent. But it's not, you know, it's not about that. It's just, it doesn't, it feels so anticlimactic, because the fact that I can let somebody else like take a picture of me and I look at it and I don't hate it is like, I don't know, like that for me, that's crazy. You know, like that's never happened for me. The fact, I mean, just I look at myself in the mirror these days and I'm like, okay, like, you know, you're kind of cute. Yeah, it's been an evolution for sure. And I think sometimes I have a really hard time accepting compliments, and I don't find it easy to think that other people might see like those positive aspects in me. So, I mean, yeah, sorry. I don't know where I was going with that. But, like I said, it's revolutionary for me, like, as an individual, to allow somebody else to more or less just, like, look at me and even say, like, yeah, like, this is good, this is great. And then to be able to look at the pictures and look at the end result and feel good about it is it's otherworldly, you know. I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but so we wrapped up with that last look, and I was already looking at the photos and I was already really loving them, so I will make sure to share with you all. Hopefully you found this episode entertaining and enjoyable. I know it's a little bit different from what I typically do.
Okay, so we just finished up. I'm in my last fit, but to be quite honest, you guys are gonna have to wait until the photos come out to see this one. This was an amazing experience.
So good.
I learned so much. Like, I hope for the audio listeners, this is definitely gonna be a bonus episode, just because I know, you know, as these photo shoots go, it usually ends up being a lot of video and not a lot of audio, so no worries. But today still needs to read their horoscope for today.
I do.
Come on, let's go. Comes right here. All right, what does your horoscope say?
Okay. You are allowed to be ambivalent. You right. 2024, the year you launch and then tank a moderately successful energy drink business.
Okay,
I can do that. Are you looking for good intentions? My do's: classic novels, myth busting, changing your mind. Period. The don't: body language, experimenting, trade-offs.
Wait, what were your do's?
Classic novels, myth busting, and changing your mind.
Oh my god, with the don'ts, I feel like we did experimenting today.
We did.
A lot. And body language too. I'm sorry.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Vulnerability creates friendships. Add friends to understand how the plans are. Advertising.
They're like, oh, let me just have your data.
Right. Let me just know everything about you. Okay, I can dig that. Okay, I can dig that. That's cute.
As long as you're not upset with me for like making you do your don'ts.
Never that. You didn't know. It's okay.
Just making sure.
I think today doing the don'ts went actually very well.
Sometimes, you know what, life lessons, sometimes you have to do the don'ts.
Right. Sometimes you just do the do. Sometimes you do the don'ts.
I feel like people are going to take that as like, sometimes you need to like fuck ugly people.
No.
Not like that. We don't mean it like
Taylor.
that. We don't mean it like that. Stop. Don't.
No, Taylor.
Stop it. That was not what that was meant for.
Guess what her retreat was? Or guess what her don't was? Retreating. Can we get a yes from the class? Yes. Agreed.
I'll wait. I'll wait
till the YouTube comments roll in, but they all say yes. This was great. I cannot wait for y'all to see the photos.
This was so much fun.
The film photos are going to be awesome too.
Okay, so as I've said before, I have linked today before. I will link their things again. Hopefully we have a website by the time this goes
Definitely will be updated.
They'll also be living in Los Angeles. No.
Death Valley
by that time.
4 hours by Los Angeles.
So, yeah. We'll miss you greatly. You'll be missed in my life. You'll be missed on the pod. But don't worry.
But she's coming to California, though.
Exactly. I'm venturing to Southern California.
Right.
You all know that
so
I'm
we're
an
not
East
stopping
Coast
here.
girly.
Right.
All right?
In our hearts. Same here.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. Look out for the Instagram photos because they're gonna be sickening. Absolutely.
I cannot wait for y'all to see.
Thank you guys again for all the support, and I will see you in the next episode.
In the next year.
Peace.
So that is gonna wrap up this episode of Bottoms Up. You can follow me on Instagram at bottumsup.pod. That's bottumsup.pod. And you can also, if you're interested in doing an interview, if you're interested in a certain topic, feel free to shoot me an email, bottumsuppod@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I greatly appreciate it. I love the support, and I will see you in the next episode.